real business owners.
How important do you think is, because I'm guessing, again, I don't know 100% for sure, but I know me and Kill are guilty of it, just basically removing all hobbies and all things out of your life.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That basically you used to do,
Yeah.
right? And now all we do is work, you know? How important do you think it is, longevity-wise, success-wise, to have something that you go do, something to check out, whether it's video games, whether it is golf, or whether it is the gym, or, you know, having some sort of other balance outside of just work, and, you know.
I would put it at critical.
Okay.
So we talk about buffering, so it sounds a little bit interesting saying it now, but men do that too often.
Do what?
Check out of hobbies. So you get married and then you don't see your friends as much. Not a big deal. I mean, there has to be some adjustment, right?
course.
You also see the guys that don't do it and then their marriages fail, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about balance here, but then you get a new business and then the hobby's gone. And so it's critical to keep your personal life and keep things that you love in there that do not require your family, your wife. It really does need to be a hobby that you have. And once again, balance with everything, right? But it is critical.
I struggle with that right now. I was talking to Trevor about that just a couple of weeks ago.
That's why I was
dude,
asking.
I don't even feel like a fun person anymore because my only fun is business. And so now it's like, I don't, like when I get invited to go golf, I'm just like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll go. Like, I don't even care. But I used to love golf.
Yeah.
Or going to the lake or going to, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then all of a sudden I start worrying because I do work on becoming self-aware and stuff quite a bit. And I'm like, man, I don't even feel like I'm a fun husband or a dad anymore or just a friend, you know? And so it's like, what do I even do that's just fun outside of business, you know? So I think you got to have that.
Well, and when you
asked the
love
question.
business, when you love business, it's hard because you really do have to remind yourself because it not only is your business, but then it becomes a hobby and it becomes a passion and it becomes all of these things, which is awesome. But it is critical to keep some hobbies in your life because it's almost like the lifeline to yourself. Business is fun and it really is awesome, but you have to be able to connect back to who you are, what lights you up, and be able to, I call it like the recharge station. So I'll have a client come, I'm like, when did you recharge? They know that means when did I take time to do a hobby, hang out with my friends? I don't know. I'm like, got to get recharge time on that calendar. I don't care if you're playing video games. If that's your recharge, go for it. Awesome. But you have got to have recharge time on your calendar. It is critical. And I can always tell when my clients don't because they're like, oh, I'm this. I'm like,
Start getting riled up a little bit.
just
And you're
riled-
like, hold up.
yeah, you rev yourself up until you burn out.
Yeah.
So-
then you hit the red line and.
Yep. And so
yeah.
that's why that recharge time is there is because you are trying to help yourself not burn out. Because
I like
you get
that.
to
You
a
put that
place
out there.
scale of like, oh yeah, I love business and I'm doing it, and then you're like, and that's all I do.
Yeah, it's true.
And then your wife is like, why are we talking about your business again?
Yeah.
Funny thing, our family
And it's not fun to them.
yeah,
So you're just like,
yeah. We have a code word in our family, my big family, because they're all dentists.
Yeah.
So all dentists, and we have
Cavity or what?
no, we
Talking
say
about something
Oklahoma.
negative?
No, we would never talk about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So when we talk about business too much as a family, because we're either running businesses or have our own businesses.
Call the audible.
Yeah, our kids.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, our kids will even, like our 5-year-old niece the other day, we were
Starts
talking
doing
about
it.
business and opening the practices up, and she was like, Oklahoma, you guys, you got to stop 5. And we're like, so fun. So it is. It's having a space of like, this is not time to talk about business. This is my time with my family. This is my recharge time. That it is a shutdown, and it's like it's there. It's always going to be there for you.
What's something somebody could do to help themselves disconnect like that in terms of work to then connect to family, right? Because with business, if business is going great, you can be on a high. If it's going not so great, you're carrying a lot of the burdens home. And I've been guilty of doing that. Whatever day I had at the office, if it was a rough day, a lot of customer support calls or whatever, I could come in. It was a bad day.
Yeah.
And the whole tone of the house is around, my tone, the way that I walk in, whether it was a good day or whether it was a bad day.
Yeah.
Is there something specific that somebody could do to try to change state, from work to home that would be beneficial?
For sure. The first thing is be your last appointment. Just like I tell myself I'm my last client, so be your last appointment of the day. So that's going to be time to really get down everything that's gone on today. That brain dump for work specifically, only about work, is a really good thing to show yourself. Look at your calendar.
Brain dump is in write all that stuff down
write all
of the
of
day?
those thoughts. Yep, write all of those thoughts of the day. So if it was like, that was a lot, that client canceled, I can't believe what's going on, write it all down so that it's there. Kind of go through it, and then you're going to intentionally work on, how do I want to show up as a husband, father, friend? And I like to just do some breathing, just like a couple of deep breaths, hold them in. There's just different breathing techniques that you can do, but that's what I do, is I just work on breathing techniques with clients so that you're doing your brain dump. You're going to come up with a couple of things like, I'm going to show up for my kids' baseball and be the most excited or most engaged dad. And so then they just breathe and they just tell themselves, like, I'm the most excited dad. I'm the most engaged dad. I love my son.
So you start labeling yourself you are.
Exactly. Like those I am statements that you talked about starting your day. It's like ending your work day.
Gotcha.
And then really reminding yourself.
Doing it both ways, to prime your day for work, but also prime your mind for family.
And then watch your transition times. Like, what are you doing during your transition times? Are you zoning out? Are you listening to a podcast? Like, what makes you help to rev down work, bump up family? So for instance, I work at home, but I'll listen to a podcast in the morning. That revs me up. And then I listen to music. That revs me down when I'm done with work. So those type of things of knowing, am I getting my entrepreneurial brain like zinged in? Like, oh, that was fun. Or am I like getting back to dad and husband and friend mode? So then you can do it from that space.